track has a really weird percussion bit going on in the middle there. Welcome, bold of you to assume I ever left. That is fantastic. Wild Gilded is legendary Guildmon? Oh, better use Master Ball indeed. And like, do berries count? Do berries count? Welcome peeps. Welcome to a fun Saturday stream. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some great fun, some crazy fun. I normally punch my mic. Ow! I'm wondering if I keep this like way over here, you guys can still hear me, right? Hold on. Where's my swing arm? Can we get that guy? Turn a little. There. Lies, it's already Sunday. No, I suppose. It's been Sunday for what? 4 hours for you? 4 hours for you? I guess, and I can't really, I'll have to like lean forward if I want to type something. 5 a.m. Wow. That's very many a.m. Hold on. There. I think that's a stable place for me, Mike. I suppose I should also turn it a little so that it's in the right spot this way too. I mean, what's a stream without having to adjust all of your audio equipment so you don't punch it? Right? You gotta have tech. Nickel difficulties. 5 a.m. So are you... Do you stay awake? Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Is my autofocus back on? Oh, autofocus. How do you keep doing that? I think I don't have a profile on my cam. That's so very, very random. All right, we gotta go back to... Geez, which one is it? Is it this one? There we go. There we go, guys. Having a lot of fun. Configure video. Come on. I don't know what you gotta do to make sure that autofocus stays off. Apply. Make sure that's good. Right? That way when I point at the camera, it's fuzzy. Because that's funny that way. Jeez. And then my white balance is probably all messed. Oh yeah, and it's not even sharp today. I don't have a way to do a profile because Logitech. I gotta figure out a way to not have like an absolutely ridiculous setup with their software because it's all full of bloatware and other craziness. But where's my sharpness? You need to be sharp. Like, really sharp? Yeah, let's like go super sharp. There we go. Otherwise I look drunk, or you guys look drunk, or something like that. There we go. Oh, Noob Knight, you got a real, actual desktop? Well, see now, Walrus, I'm probably the appropriate kind of fuzzy now, as opposed to being like not blurry to you like a minute ago. Right? Right? It's one of my favorite lines for a movie where he's like, "I'm not drunk, you're blurry." It's fantastic. It's pitch perfect, by the way. Yeah, desktop indeed. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Like, we're talking like gaming rig, or did you get like a nice, you know, good PC that lets you, you know, Netflix away and torrent, not porn, but you know, other things that you can torrent. You know, the cool stuff like that. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Grats. Grats. And how was Walrus tonight for your level of required drunk? Just curious, like, did you have to fix 100 dump trucks today that were all fused together by one driver? You got a 3070? You can RTX the crap out of things? Are you kidding me? Was it like, did you build or did you get pre-build? Because like, some of the price gouges out there has been what? So some of the pre-builds have been a way better deal. They have managed to score some of the more prized gear at a lower deal than like me going to a store and picking one out. Oh, I am so jelly. That's awesome. I'm running a 1660, so it's a solid card for what we're doing these days. You know, most of the games that we play aren't particularly taxing to also stream, so. Oh, is it in Discord? I will love to see that. That is lit. That is really, really cool. Yeah, building rigs is fun, and like having some pretty good solid hardware That's fantastic. That is fantastic. 3070. Wow. I haven't looked up too much on the new cards for as far as numbers, but when I see that 3 in the front, we know it's going to be Serio's business. That's very awesome. That's very awesome. Congrats to you. I think we're going to keep the Pretzel Rocks running while we rock some of the Satisfactory. I owe you one wallpaper. Agree and proceed. There we go. So how has it been adulting for you for the past few days? Myself? Blah. Blah. No, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. Getting some fun play on. We had a walk semi recently. I don't know. We live downtown though, so there's not, you know, the best things in the world to walk. But yeah. Well, it's been not too bad. It's been not too bad. I didn't get nearly as enough games in. I'm kidding, because, you know, that's not supposed to be the priority anyway. That's why we play at night. So my Satisfactory factories have gotten pretty interesting. This place is getting a lot bigger. That's the fuel center. You can walk up and downstairs in your building. To be honest, we used to do that in the winter. It was terrible. Yeah, Birch, I figure you, with all of your hours in this game, are gonna love some of the things. So this across the way, this is just the fuel center. All this place does, it's the only thing this place does, is it makes fuel for all of those guys, of course. There's gonna be a second level of them because we're getting close to the grid. And then it powers that place, and it powers that place. So far, that's it. But it also makes packaged fuel for all of my trucks, which we'll be replacing nice and soon. I think. Sort of. So, like, this really doesn't do too much. This really doesn't do too much over here. This is just, that's just the fuel center. But over here, it gets really, really spaghettified. This is fun. I've decided that if it's functional, it does not need to be fashion. So if we come on up, how much fuel do we have? Just about that much? Good. Okay, good. Up she does. So yeah, everything comes out of here. And what do we make? This is plastic. No, these ones are fuel. These ones are plastic and rubber. Something like that. And then this one here, no, which one is it? This one. I have the alternate recipe for the circuit board. So I switched to doing rubber and coke. Because if you get the opportunity to do coke, okay, no, sorry, use petroleum. Do not clip that. So pretty much, and then everything, of course, you have to have fix-it sinks, don't you? You have to have sinks available. Oh, that thing is loud. You have to have sinks available, because if not, stuff gets stopped. Like, it gets stopped somewhere, and as soon as it gets stopped, the whole place just comes to a grind-ass halt. So yeah, I've got me my sink and smart stocked everything on over anyway. And so this place across the way makes rubber, makes petroleum coke, and makes plastic. And that's all this place does. So, you know, not too bad. Now don't spoil it for me, but my hunt for bauxite has not gone well, because way back at home, when we zoom in here, this is home, right? And my bauxite stores are all just up here, like way up here. And this is miles above what I've been able to build. I built a little thingy that went to like this plateau, and it took like 700 concrete. It was ridiculous. I drove home. I was like, no, this is terrible. But then when I scanned all the way out here, oh, hold on. We have to actually hold the thing. Yeah, we do. Boing. Good luck, and thank you. So my luck comes in the form of science, and we're gonna aim for that one. We're gonna aim for that one. Cause I already know where there's uranium, but I can't do anything about uranium until, right? So anyway, there's an order of operations here, peeps. But I do have an aluminum plant back at the main base. So if we do get aluminum down here, we're gonna put it in the train, and the train is gonna take it home. And the train is gonna replace the truck soon anyway, so we've got plans. We've got cool stuff we can do. I think this is gonna work. I think this is gonna work. Nah. Anyway. I think that's gonna be good enough. We'll find out. Oh, that guy doesn't have a lot of space. Hold on. And entrances. I think I have enough to build all these. Oh, there we go. Autosave has gotten me killed a few times. All right. I'm also addicted to the jetpack. That's a thing, right? There, and then that one goes to there, that one to there. Hey, oh, ow, that hurt. I'm no longer placing power lines. Give me a sec. All right, there we go. For science. No, hold on. You need to go to the end, like there. We'll make you a biggin. I have the MK3 pole, but it probably takes aluminum to make. Turn into something. Now, do we have the power to do this? Because I mean, like, we've got 1500 megawatts, but we recently were getting a little close to the... and what do we have? We have... Okay, we've got stuff. G-Buzz, we better go quick. We better go quick. Here goes. Doom, doom, doom. Is that it right there? That is it right there, isn't it? Can't see the base anymore, but that's it right there. Oh, who might be up here? Who's defending this? Is anybody? All right. I didn't want to land and then suddenly... Oh, there they are. G-Buzz. Aye. As long as it's... Okay, the headbutters are honestly the worst because they'll just kick you right off of here. But then... No, don't get in it. There's no fuel. Interesting fact. Most of the not so deadly things don't attack you in your vehicle. That's the T. So for the most part, I build one of these things for security. Gilded, why, oh why can I not use my gas mask while driving? Tell me that's an unintended feature. It does. Is that something they changed in the experimental? Because I careened through some stuff today while wearing my gas mask. Now, to be fair, and I have tested this after, but I noticed that when you're wearing your gas mask, it doesn't load a cartridge till you enter poison, even if you got a half cartridge with you, kind of a thing. Like even, yeah. And so, when you're inside the train, it doesn't hurt. Oh, that's kind of cool. I guess because you're inside it. But I mean, like, I'm right here. Why can't I not wear my gas mask? So anyway, I kind of thought maybe I gotta get out, because like, right now, there's no cartridge loaded. As soon as I stand in poison, that's when there's a sound effect and it loads up white and it goes, and then you're good. you know, that kind of nice. That's how you, oh, that's a big dude. All right, backing up. But then I got in my vehicle with cartridge ready to roll in a, yeah. So I figure that's either intended and that's, because it's so easy to just climb into this thing and roam around. I love the speed of the crazy cube. All right, you. Wow, that's just an absolute pack of them. Think there'd be an equivalent slot for legs, back, head, but nope. You only get to choose one. Yeah, body. Just straight up body. What's on your body? Wow. Is that 3 big ones? They all look about the same size. They're not the like super bigs. They're not the turquoise ones. They're not the 2-star. 4 of them. Ugh. Not only is it ridiculously far, I do love the security of my vehicle though. That's kind of dope. That's like next level goodness. And I have ammo for the rifle, but I haven't used it enough. I love the rebar gun. There's just something. Ran over and go hit them. Just to show the ragdoll effect. Just to show that they're actually just wacky inflatable tube poke, right? That's all they really are. Can I maybe like foundation? Can I get a miner out? Oh, hi there. How's it going? We're just gonna mine this nonsense. Also, we're just mining this nonsense, right? Like I can't do anything with it up here. BAUXITE. So, need to get power up here too. Yeah, I will, if I can get up close, I'm gonna fill a box, right? That's what you do. You build the box beside it. You put up a little, hold on. I did not bring biofuel. I did not bring biofuel. If we kick a bunch of elephant nose crazy looking things in the face, we can get some fuel out of them. Like better than leaves, of course. Okay, let's get some things in place here. Oh. Plants out of my way. Out of my way. You're good? You're good. Just so that when we do actually manage to, we'll put as many things up here as we can. I think, do you figure they're on a patrol? I'll put up a wall maybe. Let's block them from coming back. I'm worried they're like circling around like this way and I'm gonna have 4 fire shooting things. Make sure I'm close to that guy. And then we're just gonna like, what are we gonna do? Send this down a conveyor belt? Like what's the, I guess, oh wow, that's the like top of the fuel. Okay, hold on, what's over? Okay, well, sure. How far down can a conveyor belt go? I'm gonna have to like chain this down. Oh, like there? Jeebas. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Into the thingy. Whew. They mad. They mad. I kind of wish they weren't following in such a big pack, because I could probably take them one at a time. Right? But these guys are like 2 or 3 shots a piece. I can't remember. I think I brought berries. hide behind my ride. On this Pimp My Ride, we armor the vehicle because these guys are ridiculous. Did he just kill his own buddy? I don't think I shot him off fast enough there. 21 rounds? It's tough when they clip. They can. When did I get a Half-Life rebar crossbow? This is the best weapon in the game. I love the way... Oh, hi. Ooh. Autosave, could you chill? I'm fighting lava monsters. Oh, hold on. Can we get up over here? My sword does boat tons of damage, but you gotta get like within handshaking range. Are you kidding me? I play the archer in everything, so where possible. Did I? So yeah, Walrus, this thing is lit, and I love the load on it, right? It's like it's not even really a weapon, more or less. It's just a box that definitely fires rebar in a specific direction. And then you put a handle on it. All right, well. I'm just like trying to not die up here. Cause like, okay, the sword is pretty cool too. I'll get them with the power of berries. How about that? Let me jam a ton of these guys in my face. Oh yeah, this. Hold on, back to that guy. Enemies. Hey. Yes. Scanning for enemies. We're finding we won. That's not bad. All right. Power. We can at least make the biomass burner. Right. So there should be like bodies. There should be like loot for the battle. Oh, okay, we didn't win. And my scanner is not really all that great. It's probably only got like AA batteries or something. Can we isolate just you? No? That's not a thing. Oh, hi. Right in the skull. I know, I'm trying not to even pay attention to your buddies. Did you die? Okay. Did you die? Oh. No? And he's clipping on the plants. I think he actually hit the plants. I also like the way that they react when you hit them with this thing. Oh, I'm gonna fall. We'll fall over here. Okay, good stuff. Enemies can be buggy. If you go too far, they despawn and appear back when you get closer again. Ah, okay. Well, then, like, he's just stopping on plants and stuff, and then, like, kind of resetting, but not really. Whoa! What happened to my rebar there? Oh, that's what happened. Alright, let's hit you with a berry? No. They have a nasty knockback, these guys. Okay, enemies can be a bit buggy right now. He's entering another dimension. He is extra dimensionally there. Okay. Gold star. Hey, alien stuff. We'll take. Where do we see these things? Good. There should be more of them. Is this enough to power this guy? Yeah, it is. That's cool. It's funny, I've got a whole bunch of gasoline on me, but I can't really use it for anything over here. Cannot power my machine with it. Oh, there we go. Oh, go. So for now, I think we're just hand bombing this stuff home. Which means we got a lot of extra stuff on us. Hoping that there was another of those guys. Nah, good enough. I might just have to fill it with leaves, but we'll do that in a bit. That is a healthy amount of bauxite. That is pretty good. We now need a way home. Like, we can't chain it down to, all the way down to there, can we? Right? Like, logistics. Oh, I guess you have to have, hold on. Let's put you in the 5 slot. Yeah. How far down can that go, right? Oh, my hands are clammy looking over the ledge. Okay, well that went down to there. And I've got a cannon that gets me back up here. Okay. We're gonna try for it. And meanwhile, we'll just let this thing fill up. Yeah, okay. And we'll just connect that up at the top when we can. This is a going in, right? Yeah, okay. I don't want to start building us all the way down there and discover that it's going the wrong way kind of a thing. Okay. Take a sip of some chai. Try to forget that my fear of heights does not extend too sharply to pixels. And we're going to fly downward. Ooh. Lately, the heights thing has been a bit much. Who's down here? Anybody? Wow. Like, yep. Oh. The hands are soaked. But we're doing good. I guess I don't care that it's ugly. We're just gonna like put things down. That's gonna be too far out. That's gonna be too far out. I guess I can look. Yeah. Oh, wow. Just from there to there is too far. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Oh, I guess maybe to there. Okay. The autosave gets me every time. It's terrible. I ought to turn it off just for moments like this, but trying to see. Okay, so over to there. Can probably just take you. Yeah, ugly, but it's okay. It's really scary when you're jumping somewhere high and it auto saves. So like, because if you're pressing the spacebar and your jetpack goes off as it auto saves for that 3-second clip, it holds your spacebar down like way harder than you can, and you'll go flying. And that is why my hands are super wet right now. You know, like normally because I have a jetpack, because, you know, I feel safe. I do okay in this game, but up here, I'm just like, giant no. And I kind of love that I think I just placed that correctly and I didn't have to go down there. And now, because I know that that's somewhere. Oh, where the heck fire did that go? I'm like, oh, that's just in a good spot. Where does my stuff go? So also, I'm hearing stuff. Is there things here? Gee. Constantly wiping my hands on my shirt. Okay. Where does the think it went? Oh, when I've seen this textureless moments. That's like, okay, that is there. Zip. All right, well, let's grab that anyway. And we'll maybe here. Because I think the next best place is to send it out this way. It does tell you when it's gonna autosave, so I will say I'm trying to pay oodles of attention to that. What do you mean floor is too steep? I know what you mean by floor is too steep, but that's just cray. Come on. That's all kinds of whack. Will maybe that do? And then, yo, what is going on, Mike? How are all and every one of your things? Welcome into the chat. Welcome in to the chat, where I do scary things. Does that doesn't connect though, does it? Hold on. That doesn't look like it connects. It just connects to this thing. There. Killing, chilling, killing. Another drop into the rock. All right, let's try this again. Oh, it's still not going to connect though. Oh, but it's a couple of steps out? Oh, gee buzz. Okay, well when we yeet back up there, maybe we can make sure that connects. Anyway. We're doing like tall stuff. I don't like doing tall stuff because I don't my brain doesn't realize that I'm safe. So we gotta try to get this conveyor belt. Oh, I didn't even look for danger because the danger is me falling to my death. Ooh, what's over here? Less falling to my death? Hold on. If we use the map, we can see that it's probably doomsday on both sides. So there's a little bit of a ledge. Otherwise, we might be just building a platform up here. It's gonna be so fun trying to truck all this nonsense back down there. That's the base we're trying to get to. Big up the base. My speed pad hates me right now because it's all soaked. So am I close, Birch? Is this what you had to do for BAUXITE? Wow, is it? And wow. I can't tell, but maybe the ledges over here are less severe. Oh, like, yeah. Like, oh. Let's just get rid of a couple of these leaves for a sec. I didn't bring my chainsaw, but we'll move a couple of these just so that we get better sight lining. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is interesting. You were in a different area, so doing it, so not as much conveying it around. Indeed, indeed. This is probably going to be the biggest conveyor I've done, but earlier today, doing the aluminum, having to connect copper with aluminum, they are actually on opposite sides. Full outright opposite sides. Like, hold on, if we just zoom back over here, copper is mined here on this mountain peak, and then it is smelted here, and then the lines are all sent inward to mix with iron, to mix with steel, all that sort of stuff. Aluminum is beside the water, maybe? Like here. Clean other side of my place. Like just the absolute. So I just built a conveyor that went all the way out. It's ugly, but it's functional. There we go. Wipe off the hands, try again. All right, and so if we look again, yeah, we're just gonna try to chain it to the ground and then shoot this straight down this way, I guess. I already had bauxite going elsewhere. No, not bauxite. Sorry. Copper and my aluminum plant is from picking it up out in the world as pure. Like, you know, when you tink, 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 tink. I build the like base plant before I really have like access to the full material, just so that you can make the. Because like if you notice up in the corner, I just need the 200, and I think I have 70 total. That's what I've gotten from picking up rando bauxite out in the world. So I've had the aluminum plant going since like maybe this morning. It's not been a major endeavor. It took me kind of all day to even get that far with it. Okay, so it looks like if we go, yeah, so I probably, that didn't make a lot of sense a minute ago when I was just like, oh yeah, so my aluminum plant, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it's barely that. down you go. I don't know why I... No, I guess... Yeah, it's not going to snap to that, is it? Will it snap if I... No, it doesn't. Yeah, anyway. Is that going to be right? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh! And can I connect one here and just go straight down? Yes, but there's bees. Oh, jeebas. Setting up aluminum can be a bit complicated. It seems it. I was not expecting that. Oh, I don't have any of these. What am I doing? Hold on. Dum, 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 dum. Let's make some ammo, everybody. I like how fast you build stuff in an actual workshop versus the one in your truck. And the one in your truck's a little bit sluggish. This one. No, this one. Normally not too bad at you guys. Pop you like popcorn? They move and then they stop and then they move and then they stop. And so if you can get the arc on it right, then you can have a lot of fun just playing pop the bee before it gets to you. Also, apologies if you can really hear the sirens going tonight. This is the target practice that I do in order to make sure that I'm okay with this thing. Right? This is how you do not too badly with this guy. Oh, jeez. I debated trolling chat once my AC is connected. Because I have... Yeah, hold on. Probably can't see them on my... Yeah, over there in the corner, there's an ambulance, fire truck, and a police car, and the sirens come off, and they actually make noise. So I could hold it in my hand and have it right below the mic, and it would sound like that there's a siren going by. Give me your bees. You can see why I also go through a lot of ammo on this thing. Now, those guys will despawn, which is okay. So yeah, Walrus, we live technically 2 blocks because we're at the half block, they're at the half block. Anyway, 2 blocks away from an ambulance station. And so that's always fun. But when our air conditioning is rolling, we don't notice. It's not a big deal. If I connect you here, do you come out somewhere that I can... No, I don't even see you. That's not cool. Can't do that either. That's super ugly. Wait, it went blue for a sec. Send it, yeet it way over. No, I know, but I mean like in actual relation. I know that you know where I live because you've sent me Pop-Tarts and I've sent you fun things, but in respect to that, the ambulance station is kind of ridiculous. So let's see. Yeah, I maybe needed to move that so that I could send the belt somewhere better. Can I maybe put like one of these here? Will we connect to that? Yes. Will you connect to that? Yes. And can we send you down to the awesome? And it still kind of sticks out a little funny. There? I don't care. We're close enough. This is fantastic. This thing. I'm within 1 kilometer of the main police station for your area, an ambulance depot, 2 fire stations. You know the feeling. Oh boy, howdy. There's, where is it? I want to say 4 blocks away, but there's a railroad, so there's no connecting street between there. There's like, it's literally like a long block, and you know, so we don't get the fire as often. And I'm downtown, so police is always a little bit different when you're downtown. We get a lot of bike cops. You don't get those in the burbs. And the sound of sirens travels a little differently. Hey, those guys didn't despawn. Oh, I've got rebar for you. Who else needs some rebar? Cool beans. Look at this, peeps. This is by no means perfect, but it's decent. We strive for decent in this place. I think we can now just ugly conveyor this the rest of the way. Can't afford. What? Oh, because we're using the Mark IVs? Okay, let's switch. There we go. What do you mean it's too long? Yes. Knew about the ambulance station too. May have looked into the possibility. We do. I will not recommend my building. Not yet especially, but I actually do not know much of Update 4, but I'm interested in the spoilers. How about? Oh, wait a minute. I don't think my wife cares about spoilers, but I want to make sure. Flying things? Flying things? Or is it that conveyor belts are always infinite? Ugly conveyor belt. Let's get this nonsense out there. We appreciate just how freaking 80s this track is. Not this spoiler thing. Actually, Clarendon just took off. Yeah, she has a great book. Okay, so there's my train. Wait. Basic materials stacked to 200 and concrete up to Is that going to include like even just some of the more complex items that stack by the 50? Because like, yeah, Adderies, yes indeed. I like inventory is something that is always contentious in games. Now that I know that you, by the way, welcome. Now that I know that you can get inventory slots, I figure that you can get inventory slots from the hard drives. I figure that I need at least one, maybe several. I'm unsure. Oh, hi. So I want way more. Okay, so before we do too much else, we need to pop a new train node on this. You exhausted all your hard drives? Diggity. Am I only down by 5 slots? Is there more? I don't think there's more coming in my MAM. I will not have what it takes to make a train station, I don't think. We need to make a freight platform. So that's not too bad. Oh, and I did all of my hyper tubes? Okay, that's good. We might as well go up there, get the bauxite, and start sending it back this way. You think that's probably for the best? Hold on. Whoa. What? Where am I? I needed this button. Yeah, good enough. We don't really have better ways of powering that thing. I have leaves. Yeah, alright. But that's an okay number of slots. Yeah. It died here, didn't it? It really did. Okay, so what? Oops. Let's put another of you here. Hold on. No, hold on. Shoot. I need to cut off some, but I can't. I don't know how to cut all of that off. So how about this? We'll go. Can we reach you from here? Almost. Okay. Cut you off here. And we'll see if adding you here. Hold on. Wait. I didn't actually take anything offline though, did I? Yeah, everything's still connected. Oh, just one of these isn't. Ah, that's brilliant. Sorry about your luck. But I gotta go. Oh, whoa. Slow the forward velocity. Jeebas, boy, jeebas. Slowing. Okay, good stuff. At a recent, just now picked up the last alternate recipe for the ma'am on single player. Done. All right, this will be a little bit less butt clench, but I think we've got some goodness coming. What is stopping me from going forward right now? Does that happen to you guys as well? Hold on. Like, there's a right there. It's not the rock. I'm okay. Something is stopping me from going forward right there. That's definitely interesting. Okay, how about some wood? Invisible bamboo. Invisible bamboo. Why did I not think of invisible bamboo? I found reeds. They look like everyday, like cattails, hot dogs on a stick, that kind of thing. And they were made out of adamantium and stopped everything dead in its fucking tracks. Like, I couldn't blow it up. I couldn't, like, yeah. So anyway, this game has a lot of interesting moments to it like that. But all of it is outweighed by the fact it's an awesome game. Like, this is just an awesome game. So we'll maybe go around the invisible bamboo. No, don't try to clip to the plants and stuff. That's whack. Over this side. Thanks. Maybe a little bit of like aesthetic curve. Done. Because we need to connect ya to ya. Done. Okay, so let's go see what we can do about getting this closer, at least, to the place. And now, yeah, much, invisible bamboo. Much less butt clench now that I know the path and I can follow the bauxite. Look at it just go. Hungry, hungry hippo. That's fantastic. I actually didn't think a bunch of these proper connected. Look at it be. The map was made back in the old days when the game was still young. So no wonder it's a bit rough around the edges. They're working on a big map update in the future. To be fair, like I think they've just done great things. Like, this is awesome. There's a handful of things that I'd change, because, you know, I'm an opinionated human being. Boo, yeah. Also, on a Mark IV, this is faster than most of my boom tubes. Just zipping along like that. All right. So the gas mask thing in vehicles is one. I would change under logistics the way that these guys work. These should be able to snap to these things right there. You should be able to just attach that. What I have to do, I'll show you when I get home, the ridiculousness. Oh yeah, I've got it started here. So I do a lattice effect. I do a lattice effect so that I can connect upward and across all the way up. And it's ridiculous to have to build these guys followed by one of these at the right height. So you know, that kind of thing. You ever figure out what the SAM war is for? Yeah, probably tiers 9 and 10. I figured that plus all the other work in progress stuff. Yeah, the surface to air missiles. It's this chunk of raw surface to air missile. No, I think it's it actually stands for strange alien metal, and I love that. What up, Sam? Yeah. How's it going, Sam? So I enjoy. Transportation. We're gonna make 2 freight platforms. And we got to extend this out, and then we got to make. What are we gonna make? We're gonna make a train. What we're actually gonna do is replace my truck. Not my dune buggy, but my truck. Come on over. This guy. I figured it wouldn't be, but wouldn't it be awesome? So this, oh hi, get up there. Fills up with 4 different materials, 5 different materials, yeah, and gets trucked home via this poor bastard. Where is he? That one right there. Anyway, it doesn't do too bad, but now we're looking to truck even more things. We may as well be doing this with train, because my train is phenomenal. And then we can retire a lot of the fuel. So most of this fuel is either being used by my jetpack. You can see I have 497 on me right now. Or by the trucks for their fuel slot. The rest of it goes into my fix-it sink. It gets flushed down an actual toilet. So there's that. Vertigo warning. We're gonna go through my big boom tube. Whoop. Anyway, get some chai. Oh, the train's gonna arrive way faster than we are. I'm not gonna do the follow the tube thing, so you can just concentrate on my ugly mug instead, and we'll worry about that. This one. You can, you can just rewire it to fuel generators instead to power the trains. Yeah, indeed. As it stands, that whole area is the fuel is legit only for that. What I used to do, Birch, is unpackage the fuel back home. And I don't do that anymore because I've got the fluid train. It took me 3 days to get the fuel so that it's at a surplus at both ends. That way, if anything does ever go down, I've got the giant machines to hold extra fuel. That's nice and important. And so that's when it became okay, so my coal plant, my coal truck, where's that guy? This guy right here. This is my coal station. Look at all that coal. And it trucks it all the way to this station. Oh, cool. It doesn't have it. No, wait, that's the train station. This station here. Yeah. Trucks it over to this station, which as you can see is full, but it's slowly emptying. And all that does is power that truck. That truck is coal powered. And it gives steel. I make steel out of it. That's all I do. So I'm not really going to replace the coal for the power of that truck, but there's no point in making packaged fuel. I have 8 full-size containers to hold it. To hold all of my fuel. Something like that. No, I guess it's 6? I thought it was more than that. These guys right here. So, yeah, full. Full, 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 full. Almost full. No, wait. Full. So then the rest of it, oh, hi. The rest of it goes over this way and goes down into the sink. And we flush it. And we get coupons. For goods and services. Okay, let's collect some stuff. Did you guys ever make a hub for your boom tubes? I don't think I need to use these right now, but these go to all sorts of spaghettified areas of my plant. I tried to see what it would be like to hide them underneath stuff. That's a bigger vertigo warning than I'm up for right now. You are not what I'm after. Crap, which one is it? You only have 1 tube going. I got tired of having to administer some of my faraway places. I am lazy, if possible. Like if I can take a moment to sip my chai. Know what I mean? And then heavy mod frames are this guy here. Cool. Yeah, heavy modded frames, good stuff. This is really it? Is everything doing okay? My grid sounded like it wasn't doing so good. Okay. Oh yeah, here we're a bit overkill. I have the double stacked power plant here with the fuel generators on top of the fuel generators. There's 15 of them doing the job here. So your places were aligned nicely. So first pipe was going to coal power, then fuel power, then bauxite. That is awesome. Were you on this map? This was the map that you guys were on, but you were in a different place than me? Because like I have, this is as big as this can go, right? Yeah, let's hide the menu. This essentially is my whole world right there. Oh, and we have one going to plastic. Okay, cool. So like this is oil, this is coal, this is quartz, and I had iron, and I had limestone, and I had copper. Down here is sulfur. You are northwest, so you guys were up here. Like, look at that. I've explored it, but I've actually considered a few times, do I want to move? Because you can just pick up your hub, screw this place, go build elsewhere. When I scan here, check this out, hold on. What's the map button? There we go. When I scan bauxite here, because we're at home, right? The middle of my home. There's my hub. Basically where that lake is. Okay, yeah. Let's give that a half sec. So I actually thought this is what I had to do to get to bauxite. Hold on. So yeah, that's the closest one there. And then there's 2 more that are a bit more north. But you guys already know what this plateau is like. So like redonkulous. But you guys were here at this lake. That's not bad. Like I'm in a good spot for this lake provides all of my water needs. All of it. It's a tiny ass lake. But it provides all of my water needs and it's perfect. I haven't needed to do anything else. And then this lake services this. So it was the first time that I built just redonkulous pipes. Just way out. Like, hey, look at these pipes. So yeah. For the most part. I've had a lot of fun putting this all together. And it used to be nicely organized. Oh, it was fun. It was good stuff. This truck depot has not had a truck proper stop at it in ages. It doesn't even do anything. It's not even connected. Did I make coal power there in the watering hole? I did. I did. That actually powers the quartz station. I've got a line that runs all the way through up to here. It's absolutely hilarious. And I tried going up this path, this tiny narrow path, and up and looking around and all up in here, and there's no way through that I could tell. But check out what this tractor is auto driving. my first auto drive, my first route is that thing. Like, it's as wide as that stupid cube is, right? It's absolutely harrowing. It's nuts. And then when I have to, there's no boom tube that goes down there. So when I go down there and I'm driving a truck, I need to look and see because we've smacked headlong into each other a few times. So like, it's just great. It's just great. And I love their cosmetics, things like that. These really tall bits are just fantastic. First time playing, had a truck going up and down that too. Really? Like, it's just the worst path. It's so tiny. And then that little tiny bit right there, there's a tiny pocket that's just big enough to sink your truck. Yeah, it's fantastic. Did you build anything, any infrastructure, or did you just go? You never use trucks in your run? Oh, I can't use the tractor. Or no, sorry. The tractor is what I'm using. The trucks I cannot use. The trucks are bouncy. What is with 6 wheels and the thing is like it's in its own bouncy castle. It's all over the place. I tried to take it down that run and it yeeted itself into the lake. I'm just like, that's a giant nope. I can't do that. That's ridiculous. All right, so what are we doing now? We've got to build freight cars and freight platforms. We can start with this one, I guess. Oh yeah, that's the copper line that comes from the farthest reaches of my plant. I built my first jump pad today. I'd never built one before, and I built my first one today. And then I said that was fun, and I got rid of it. I was like, oh, that's what you do with these. That's how it's done. Encroaching. Do I have to get rid of the... I gotta get rid of this stuff, don't I? Fright. Baby. That is gorgeous. Can you connect? Are you gonna be awesome about it? Oh, but you go into the world and thusly... Uh-oh. Oh, it's made too sharp a turn. Hold on, maybe I have to yeet it from here. Yeah, it goes right on in. It's supposed to. It's supposed to. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? And then that's too sharp? Okay, can I... It's too sharp regardless of where I go. Can you... Please? With the move? I think what it's doing, it's connecting onto, so hold on. Wait. I can't eat that, can I? No. And now my train wants to come on down. So it's gonna go the wrong way, or no, it's gonna stop right there. Okay, good stuff. All station pieces have to be have a built-in rail bit. Yeah, but it won't connect properly. It's doing not too bad to be here. So maybe... Hey. That looks ugly and strange. All right. Unable to reach next stop. Well, then stop it. I don't know, I'm pushing the S button. What do you mean you're going that way? Yeah. But I had to do S twice? Was I spelling it wrong the first time? All right. Autopilot. Oh, I bet you it's still janky. Hold on. Does it go? That looks really sharp. But like, yeah, it doesn't like that. Oh. Can it complete the run though? Does this? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, cool. We're gonna back the train way up. This is why we got superfluous fuel. We don't need to worry about the amount that's in here. We might need to pick up the whole train track. Yeet. Ever chucked a train? That's satisfying. Yeah, like it's not properly connecting right here. And this doesn't want to, oh, there we go. That looks well and connected though. It's just maybe not connected here. Oh, yeah. It's because we're in the ground. That super sucks. All right, well. What we need to do then is, I think, that's why you build on top of foundations. Well, and this was a test track. I didn't even realize I was going to build this much of it. I was going to do fluid, solid, but we can do, because if I yeet that, I lose 2400 whatever, right? So if we do it this way, freight, followed by, we just can't make this any bigger than it is now-ish. This way. Yeah? And then we gotta call it not that. This is hometown. Hometown. Have an efficient day. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. And then he doesn't need power. That's cool. Why is this here? Yeah, I don't think I need that, do I? Okay. Oh, probably to power. I think I had a pump on this end at one point. Okay, we're good. So now we can just... Do you think that's gonna work? Okay, and then... Yeah. Oh yeah, that guy's gonna have a lot of problem with this. Wally! Alright, buddy. Maybe we just disable your autopilot for a little bit. You're a little drunk. We're not going to let you drive for a while. Alright, so... Uh-oh. We need this guy to connect-ish there. No. Wondering... No. Oh, it's too long and it took too sharp a turn. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, that's got a lot of bow to it. It always depends on how much of a start they've got. Oh, there we go. That's not bad. Oh, yes. That doesn't look like it's connected. Is that... Am I being trolled by my track today? I'm being trolled by my track today. Hold on. You connect, yeah? Maybe? All right, let's try running the train manually through it. I did have a lot of fun building this track. It did not do what it was supposed to do for ages. And then I noticed that the actual train station has an arrow indicating direction. And went, hey, that's whack. That's a little whack. All right, do we pull into a station? We don't. Man! I didn't put this guy backwards though, did I? This is on the right. Oh, there we go. This is the right way, right? I think I have to rebuild the whole track. Like starting at the beginning of the loop. Or is it, that thing, it is the wrong way? Okay, then that's fine. That's fine. That's exactly all that I needed to change. I have the weirdest dyslexia. All right, hold on. Let's move you forward a little bit. I don't want to run all the way up here. Ouchies. Good. That's too funny. I got it wrong while talking about how I originally got it wrong. There. Arrow points that way? No, wait. Arrow points that way. Yeah, because we need him to come on in this way. Okay. And then we'll go back to... Okay. Woo! Jeez. I'll call you hometown again. I know. Try being actually me, though. Where it's not a comedy show. Goodest times. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we have to mess with the other side anyway and try to get all this right again. I guess you sort of need to have an engine in front of you all, don't you? Oh, and then he's backwards. We're having a dyslexic night. Oh, can we not yeet you while you're moving? Is that a thing? Okay, hold on. Forward you go. Wait. Forward you go. Which way is he going? Back up you go. W and S is definitely pushing me in the same direction. You go that way. Can you push that guy up there? Because we need to do the loop. We gotta pick things up the right way. Not to mention, by now we need this fuel. Oh yeah, push you up. I guess where we'll be stable. No? That's a lot of megawatts. Get up there. We're gonna run out of fuel. Okay. Give me a locomotive. Put it in the correct direction. And go. I feel better now. Get in. Do we get to deliver fuel tonight? Wow. I am an adult. I promise I'm an adult. He didn't even go the right way again. Does it not connect over here? Hold on. Yeah, like it goes okay there. No. That's not actually connected. It can't clip into the ground like that, can it? It does not like this one. Where is it? Nah, this one right here. Yeah, hold on. Even that one I think is new. We had this working before we started today. I promise we did. Yeah, that's... Like this... Where is it? There. That's the original connection. Because we didn't monkey about with that. So what books do you guys like to read while I back my train up? I love that they clip through everything though. That was a smart decision, especially in early access. I mean, later on have it mess, that's, you know, for sure, but you're running a Pathfinder game for a group starting next week? Oh, fantastic. That's not working. What did we do wrong? Those switches are cosmetic, right? No. Hard break, you. Hard break. Get back. Huh. Yeah, because I've got the roof on, right? And we even made a new train, so like, jeebus. Pathfinder, I'm gonna sound like an idiot right now. Pathfinder is D&D. Doesn't the train need to park in the train station? Toggle. It does, but it has to go down this track. And it used to. It did before I showed up here and went all monkeying about with my crap. Because yeah, we added this place in the middle and we moved everything down. We shunted it that way. But somewhere along the way, it decided it didn't like going through the ground, where before it had no problem. Except to tell you there's a junction there, yeah. That's another change though, is it shouldn't be 2 arrows. That's whack. But I figure that eventually it'll do something and that'll be okay. But yeah, I swear this was okay to drop in like that. But it won't even let me yeet it here. So that feels a little janky. It does not like that rail, and when we roll through, it stops here. Right? All kinds of whack connections. Yeah, and then we have track is too steep, all sorts of... Shoot! I feel like it's probably in our best efforts to make sure we have the fuel for it. And then... Yeah, we're probably fine. These things are likely huge. Oh, the lattice that I was talking about before. Looking at it in full view over here. That's a lot of fun to try to build all the way to the top when these little junctions don't naturally connect. Can't you just build it all one platform? Well, we ran out of room. And so I think it needs to be raised up. I think I literally need to pick the whole thing up by like 2. Like I'll cover all of these in a layer of the 2 high, and then that way we're even higher up all the way around. We've got the time though, because the fuel center produces its own fuel, and this place has plenty. So, yeah, this is a little whack that it doesn't want to hang out here, and this thing is, 1800. Yeah, up 1, yeah. Yeah, oh, build it all up 1 platform, yeah. That's what I'm thinking, like, I'm gonna use, I'll future-proof it by letting it go up that little bit there. And the truck that is currently having a hard day, will be getting replaced anyway by this train, so that's okay. Whew. Alright, well, I guess the yeet fest of the trains begin. And we'll see. Yeah, because it's got 94 fuel in them. Good stuff. Will 2 do it? Looking across the level. No, let's go all the way up. I hear the sound effect go, but I didn't. Yeah, there it goes. I put one underneath. I'm bad at placing platforms. Should we just go ahead and say it that I'm bad at gaming, but it's okay. Watching you guys play though, I get some really good strats. So I like that I get some stuff. I swear it doesn't care about how the ground is, but I've never actually tried to make it through ground. So, well, and I feel like that when I first made it, for whatever reason, it was cool, but at this point, if I wanted a really long train, I couldn't do it after this. So, you know, we're future-proofing. Yeah, there we go. So we'll get an opportunity here too. There. We can make sure that we can get... Yeah, this will be all right. No more watching. Oh. I see the bits. They fly into the ground. No platform. I think I put one underneath. Now that's why I kind of wanted a tour of your facility as a VOD, because what you guys have is just absolutely massive. And I love it. It's fantastic. And I can continue to spread that across, but we'll start building our train in here now. What? Floor is too steep? Maybe I gotta log out and back in. That's something I maybe wanted to try before getting rid of all of my stuff. My platforms are too steep, guys. Today was the last weekend of the month. No more streaming for a long while. Whoa, buddy, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. You gotta get all your other projects on the go, do ya? Oh, indeed, man, indeed. Well, hey, I know you to have just boat tons of projects. Well, I guess I have to build the train station first. That's why. Okay. Gotta build this one first. Okay. Well, that's awesome, man. I hope all of your endeavors are fan-friggin-tastic. I know you to be quite worth it for getting shit done. I think I'm gonna have it swing around. I'm gonna do this a bit differently here. And we'll do the fluid ones as second. Are we encroaching here? You may have dipped before I got a hold of you. Big update in Discord. Oh, I gotta check that out. Yeah, I'll go and tour up your updates in there for sure. I want to check it out, man. We are just encroaching here. Okay. So we can yeet all of this stuff. Anything like serious? Is it good stuff that you're not? Oh, I guess if you don't want to go into it, of course, I understand. That's why there's Discord. Okay, 2 for fluid, and then now we can extend out the just regular freight platforms, which I can't make. Hold on. Main focus shifting over to YouTube. Gonna be working on gaming stuff, but more story projects and eventually a film. That is awesome, yo. That is super cool. Well, grats, man. That is awesome. That is super, super awesome. I like to see people get their passions taken care of. So that's terrific. I was actually even thinking that like Naku figured out that he likes doing Final Fantasy VI randomizer speedruns. I'm like, that is so specific and so damned awesome. I love that stuff. But finally there's this, not finally, but like he's got this an awesome passion for, and I'm like, yes. Okay, you go to there. Haven't decided whether or not I'll come back to streaming, but wait and see. I take my words back about our base being messy after seeing Edge's base. Oh, if you ever want to feel better about your gameplay of any game, get me to play it. And I will be like, oh wow, this game is awesome. And it'll be terrible. Okay, we need to maybe come wide on this. Right down the middle here. I think I'll enjoy the video side of it. That is really cool. That is really cool. I was talking with a buddy of mine that did a bit of podcasting, and he could not understand, not understand, but he was not interested in the live streaming aspect. He's like, that would stress me out. I need to be able to do like multiple takes. I need to be able to go through and take edits. I need to be able to do and all this stuff. And I'm like, I like hitting the button and being like, you, welcome to the party, right? Like it's, and I love that the world can do all the things. What is it? You can't curve at all, can you? Okay, way out and like. Can I stand on something? Yeah, hold on. I like that our world will let all kinds of get whatever they want done. Your Valheim base is much better, mine at least. If Kurds is in the chat, you can feel free to take absolute and all credit for the base in Valheim. I'm not bad at the base building, but what you guys saw that I was able to bring in Minecraft was all from watching YouTube vids. So I can do cosmetic things, but I've often said this is me as an artist, is that I'm really good at taking something that exists and altering it or editing it or shaping it to my own. And that's why I like games like this, that I can just do stuff with whatever limits that they give me. But I could not make this, right? So I have no creation, I just have alteration powers. That's kind of like where my superpower sort of lives. So like in a game like Valheim, given the amount of time, I probably could do it, but if I see a handful of tutorials, I will probably own those tutorials, and it'll be great. Hometown for the 5th time tonight. Let's name this station. Now we want it now to go on the outside and roll around and into here. Well, best of luck in your YouTube journey, man, because that is awesome stuff. Explain to Gilded about the ability to sync 2 hours into a video clip and still make it feel progressive versus 2 hours of streaming. Yeah, I can see that. Time is your biggest issue, and 3 hours of video and 5 hours of editing is far more productive than an 8-hour stream. And yeah, to be honest, you will do really, really good if you take your YouTube success and slide it over to Twitch. And instead of gaming too often on Twitch, you could like do live demos of the questions you get asked over in YouTube. Because of course you could always make a video for it, but you'd probably like, that's the cross-platform game, but like way ahead. Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. Like, there's so many platforms out there for people these days. It's just great. I'm using this platform. The 8x4 foundation platform. Gaming is basically starting without knowing anything and trying to make it as most efficient as possible without looking up anything. That's commendable. I cannot do that. I have no such ability to do that. I'm a natural disorganized mess with a propensity for weird amounts of organization. I don't even know how or why. Oh, did I build this on the wrong one? I did. Oh, are you gonna work? Oh yeah, I think you will. Okay, that should be alright. I've thought about porting a few things over down the road. Yeah. No, that's lit. Like, my wife watches a streamer on Twitch who, if she wants, she can pay virtually no attention to her chat. And she gets, like, 1,500 people while she chats. But it's because she's got people from elsewhere. Just all combined. Oh, wow. That just goes right in there? Whoa. I don't think that's going to connect too well if I do that, though. Let's make it attractive. Put it right up to the bolts. Right up to the bolts. Cool. Well, what's it growling for? In games like Dark Souls, ended up almost one-shotting bosses. Whoa! Awesome. Awesome. I have, like, sometimes particular dumb luck. It's great. This should still let me come on out there with foundation materials and stuff like that. It's okay. Alright, let's power you. Let's power you. We're gonna put, like, one of those guys right there because they look really cool. Where's my next closest power supply? Oh, way over there. Hi. Can you bring a buddy over here? Right on the end. That looks fantastic. Not at all ugly. Not at all ugly. Okay. Right? By the way, bumps on that flat pipe do nothing? Wait, bumps on what flat pipe do nothing? Oh, pumps. Pumps, this guy here? He's not doing anything? I wasn't just sure. We only use those for, like, that thing, right? And that's if it's the wrong, like, head lift. I've always been unsure about that, and whenever I've looked at it, it looks okay, but it only matters when going up? Okay. Because, like, this one here doesn't need it at all. When we go on up here, like, we still get great flow. We still are full. So, like, these guys aren't useful. I don't need any of these. You're telling me I don't need any of these? That kind of makes sense. But at least now I'm not using power that I don't need to. I just kind of, like, I felt like a few times, like, especially, like, up places like that, but I felt like a few times that I wasn't getting a good amount of flow. Okay. And so, these guys are going to be set to unload. And unload. And way back over here also to unload. They were probably helping it flow up. Well, the last pump is actually giving it head lift, and that pumps it to the second floor. Oh, okay, good stuff. Unload as well. That actually might have been what was allowing that thing to go up then. What was that one? That one was right, like this one here. It's doing okay for now, though. Hold on. Let's go on back up and make sure that we're at least... Hi there. Hi there. Everybody. Yeah, I think we're probably still doing okay up here. I'll monitor that, I suppose. We'll see if it's... But that one was down here, was it? So I didn't have one on that, but probably either here or here. I used to have them for... Because this pipe here used to go, like, way tall. But then when I made it, like, way tall. I want to go double check those guys are full. Or at least close to it. Are we good? Oh, yeah. Are we good? Yeah. Are we... Wow. We are not really using a lot of fuel here. That's not too bad. Pretty resilient fuel-wise. But now we need to figure out a way to get rid of this station, but still use this ridiculous system to get all of the fuel in here. Caterium station needs fuel. Shoot. That truck's not getting replaced. I need to be able to still truck packaged fuel over and have it share over here. Now, I mean, it can go a little bit without for a while, but the reason it's going up because the pipe comes down from the fluids tanks, gives it head lift to the point where the highest tank is. Okay. All right, yeah, that makes sense. That's like proper fluid pressure. Okay, so when this gets dropped off, it's all fuel. So I pretty much just need to replace this and have it just connect out here. Therese, enjoy, and like lots of enjoy. I'll have to make sure that I'm checking out the YouTube side of things a little more frequently than I do. I don't get as much YouTube time, but I really don't even get that much Twitch time. It's harder to lurk on YouTube, but I'll do my best, good sir. And thanks for stopping in, saying hi, giving me your news, man. I gotta read about that in Discord. Oh, indeed. You should go to bed too. Blissy has a birthday stream today, and for some co-op. Neo, they all do it. Awesome. Well, hey guys, thanks so much for coming in and giving the knowledge too. This game has a ton of info, and it's really cool to have like some of the insider scoop on it, if you will. Also, considering that because you guys do the experimental build, I get a little bit of the extra out of it too. Okay, so I think we're just gonna get rid of this guy. That station and this station can both go. For that matter, this splitter could go. Can I really downgrade that to MK3? You can downgrade? That's cool. I didn't know you could downgrade. Are you supposed to be able to downgrade? Update 4 is coming out on stable April 13? That's awesome. Seriously, are you supposed to be able to downgrade? That just feels whack. So I should still be able to send this across, but now what we should probably be doing is getting rid of all of these and just raising it up. Right? That makes a bunch more sense. One last thing, be doing sit reps on the Pathfinder game, so if you're interested in seeing how those turn out, look up for those vids. Ooh, that sounds awesome. That sounds really cool. Yeah. things got stuffed under other things. This is hilarious. That should be okay. Way out there is a little bit. Alright, and foundations. Whoa. Autosave strikes again. I get to tell stories about our games, although they'll be more like telling you what happened versus a scripted recording. Yeah, it'll be a little bit more like, what do you want to call it, colloquial. That's really quite cool, dude. There's been so much tabletop role-playing going on lately. It's really, really cool. And then that's just a little bit in that way. That is pretty okay for now. And then the testicle monster is going to check out my gear. Yes. I know. Isn't it rad, buddy? I like that they come and check out your stuff. Who doesn't love a good testicle monster hanging out? It's just the best. Is it ugly? Yes, it is. It's gonna go right through that. I don't care. Nothing. That's not gonna clip. That's nothing. Too long. That's fine. Looking forward to seeing how those games turn out. Everyone's playing Unruly Goblin Heroes for this set. And oh, an Alcaring's coming in. That is amazing. Wait a minute. This belt's not supposed to go that way. Hold on. Something's whack. I connected this to the wrong thing. Yeah, I did. Oh, right. No, we have to be going. That's not where we're going. We're coming in from this guy. I follow D&D on Twitter just like as a topic because I'm super interested in it, but I have no, like, I don't have a great deal of additional time. So some friends were considering it and it's gotten a little bit to the wayside because, you know, pandemics suck. But I would love to get into it at some point. Good. Yeah. All right, man. Enjoy. Have a good one, both y'alls. That isn't ugly. Yeah, that isn't ugly. Well, if I ever decide to run an online game, I can let you know if you'll be interested. That sounds fantastic, man. One day when I get to live stream during the day, I'll have nighttime powers. And that'll be great. Okay, so this should just work. That train should bring shite through here, and it should just dump all of it into this spot, and it gets sorted by the sortomatic, and everything should be dandy. So let's go grab a train and let's go see what we can do. Try it out. Live stream during the day? You mean in 5 years or when Jack goes to school? When Jack goes to school. My wife will probably still be working from home at the time, but we'll both just have different offices. Yeah, this is going backwards already. But I need to make sure that it's at least even going to work. Does it go all the way around? It does. September is school time for kids. Can you go? Yeah. September is school time for kids. So we're actually thinking, like, we're in the process of enrolling. Oh, age-wise? 4. And it's preschool, like JK. Not just kidding. Trains have the weirdest logic in this game. Okay, hold on. Which way? Yeah. And that guy's going the correct way this time. I see what Gilded meant about the way that the roof comes out. It's rounded on the front. I have no idea what that is, but if it starts at 4, then you're gonna have so much time to yourselves coming up in a few months. Yeah, that's so preschool or junior kindergarten. They often change the rules of it, but like every few years they do full days and then they do half days and then they do full days, and they find that neither is the best fit. Some kids with the half day, they're really unruly when they're at home because it's basically super regimented play, and then they come home and they want that same level of energy, and a part-time parent has to contend with that. But full day school for a 4-year-old wipes them, and they're often unruly because they come home and they are just not able to function, not in the right way. I know toggling that doesn't do anything, but let's try doing it just a build of it again. I wish there was a way that I could just leave the train cars up here. Child comes home, off, I need a nap. Well, so I describe children, especially to people who don't have children of their own. I describe children as stages of drunkenness. Okay, so stages of drunkenness. When children are born, they are 24 beers drunk. Solidly 24 beers drunk, which means that you have no movement control, you can't speak, and your sensors are completely offline. You are only able to cry. At 4, they're at that like probably 12 beers drunk, so they're willing to do like absolute ridiculous nonsense and not even know why. So like, for example, he hid a whole bunch of his toys because hide and seek is fun, but then he couldn't find them all, and then that made him sad. And it's like, if you picture somebody in their mid-20s doing that, how drunk are they? So it's an interesting way to look at parenting, at least. So when they come home from something like preschool and they've been all day, it's like they've been all day at the bar, and they come home and they just throw their keys through the window, and now they're in the parking lot, and then they, instead of opening the fridge, they tip the thing clean over, and then they flip over the, well, and yes, no, so I suppose we need to like draw a giant 0 at the end for you. But like, that's sort of the thing. So like, when they're spent, they're not just like, oh, I'm tired, I'm gonna have a nap. Like, he's almost broken some of his favorite toys because he's tired. And it's like, child, don't break your things because you don't know what's happening. So there's been times. We're not going the right way here. Oh, do I have to just reverse my train? Like, there needs to be a way to just be like, this is how it goes, and then it goes that way. But like, okay, we're gonna try rebuilding the track the other way. We'll see here. I mean, you'll have this sort of stuff ironed out before game goes proper live, I'm sure. Because like, these things are, the switches are just cosmetic. But like, that doesn't even look like it's connecting right now. Let's see. Break other people's things. Well, and like, so he's got a couple of toys that he broke. Just, you know, because kids. And we keep them around as a reminder that sometimes when you're hard on your things... No, this is... Okay, I actually think maybe we're gonna have to yeet the train. We've got the fuel for it, so... Actually, think, if I'm not mistaken, I now clip through that guy now. Yeah. So I could make changes and not have to worry about wasting my fuel. Okay. I want to make sure this even connects, and then I'm going to yeet the locomotive. Yeah, it goes all the way through. Okay. Would have been so much funnier if those two cars just stayed attached with one empty. Yeah, and the whole thing just goes with a gap between it. It's like, we're fine. We're fine. Shh. No worries. I've got this already connected and crap. I don't want to have to remove and... okay. Well, let's at least get my locomotive. Is that... Oh, I can't actually connect them there. Do not worry about the quantum entangled couplers. So I had the coolest experience yesterday, internet experience involving Reddit, Twitch, a whole bunch of goodness. I found a new live streamer through the Outer Wilds subreddit. There was a clip posted, and the clip was hilarious. He had just made it to the Black Hole Forge and went, "Oh, best stream! This is awesome, so good!" And then tried to jump over the little tiny fence and fell into the hole. Fell right into the black hole. So like absolutely brilliant. You in that game, I know, right? But then the first comment was from the poster, and it just said, "Hey, I'm live now." And of course, I'm like, oh, it's the internet. Nobody's live when you see that on Reddit. But they were. And they were just in the middle of doing a channel point redemption where they actually, when they graduated from their college, they weren't given like a yearbook or anything like that. They were given an actual life-size cardboard cutout of themselves. So this dude just literally has a cardboard cutout of himself. And he brought that out as a channel point redemption. And I'm like, I just get here, and that's what I'm getting. Like, it was just absolutely amazing. Within about 20 minutes, I'm already hanging out at somebody's stream that was awesome. It was just like a lot of fun, and they're right in the middle of playing Outer Wilds. Like, holy given her. I wonder if I can, like, hold on. We're just gonna drive it the backwards and dock so that we can drop off this frickin' fuel. You had a much more fun yesterday than well, that's the fun part of my day that I'm talking about, but yes. Oh, sorry you did not have a more fun day. That doesn't count as docking, does it? Cannot dock outside of station. Oh, this happened to me before. Yeah. I kept not being able to dock, and then my station was whack. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not even able to dock here. This is just cray. Let's try it again. And actually... Oh, hi. Let's fall off the ledge and stuff first. Let's get the freight car in place too. And then we'll get our motive. You gotta have a motive. Alright, so technically this is my station. We can't dock here? Oh, dock. Don't. Hey. Maybe it won't be a doorknob now that we're able to dock. You gotta love doing transmission work solo when the trans weighs more than your car, and then working on your car and things were like, that super sucks. I had way back in the day, I had a Hyundai Excel. Are you not set to unload? No, don't load, unload. Why are you not unloading? Anyway, I had a Hyundai Excel way back in the day, and it was a pain in the arse to try and administer that thing. Dock again. Will you take the last one? Or did it art? No, it didn't. That's really weird. Like, we're connected to stuff. We even have... Oh, because that's not... Okay, we did do this backwards. Never mind. Okay. I didn't realize that I had done it that way. So many changes we've made on this. So then it's fluid, and then a full one. Can I put a full one on the end here? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So then if I pull you ahead one, no? But we're here? We're just at the station? Welcome to trains. We're just gonna see if docking it here. Dock. Give me my fuel. Just trying to replace your leaf springs, and the rear has a few bolts that do not want to cooperate, so I have to go pick up replacements on Monday. Diggity. Leaf springs are the ones where it's the slat, then the wider one, then the wider, or the longer, and then the really long, and then it's got the thingy that pushes up in the middle. Is that's, and then you showed the picture and the thing was broken? Or that's not? Oh yeah, yours wouldn't have things like that. I don't know what leaves. Mine, I've just got like the little coil, and my coil broke. We still used it for a while, but still. I still don't think this works, and that we might be making some changes soon. But we're gonna drive this all the way to the other side, go pick up some fuel, and we're gonna come back. What do we got for time? Yeah, we're okay for time. That was on a truck, and those are leaf springs, just much bigger than the ones. Okay, yeah, so you can't get... I think the first time I ever saw those leaf springs was on somebody's pickup truck as like a custom job sort of a thing, and I was like, oh wow, those are kind of nifty, and I had to look them up, and that's when I found out that they're mostly used in larger vehicles, hence why I had never seen them before. Can I do autopilot? No. Wait, no timetable? What do you mean no timetable? Timetable. Plus. Oil refinery, next stop. And then after that, hometown. Autopilot on. No timetable. What the heck fire do you mean no timetable? Okay, there we go. Gold star, everybody. We only need to make all of these changes over at the other side. Yes, current pickups and most older vehicles have leaf springs instead of coils. Well, I can see why. My coil snapped right in all kinds of half. No, just kidding. It was about like a half of a coil broke off, but there's brackets on both sides that hold it, so it broke here, and the piece just like it fell into place. So I was backing out of my parking spot one day. Coils scare the bejesus unless it's a coil over. Oh, I'll have to look up what that means. Okay, so this one does work, right? Yeah, okay. Back up a little bit. There. Where? Autopilot is off. Where are you going? Do the thing where you don't go there, though. Do the thing where you go to here. And then... But don't do the part where you go backwards now. Just 0 kilometers. 0 kilometers an hour. That way I can hit this stupid dock button instead of you moving. Don't do that to me. Okay. Jeebas. Does anybody remember the order of operations back at home? Because it'll matter. We don't have a lot of space to open up over here, but we do have back this way. The spring is around the shock absorber instead of the... Oh, okay. So it's got like that's not called a piston, but the actual like shock absorber with the coil. Okay. Yeah, we don't have those. We do not have those. Okay, so you need to maybe head forward just a little bit. Because all of this part is going to be okay. I should have written things down. I legit can't remember if it's... I think it's station, fluid, and then... yeah, it's station, fluid, and then solid. Okay. Transport. So let's see. I want to reverse this one too, but we've had the best luck in the world with that, haven't we? I'm worried that it just needs to run through at least once, but the trains in this game are bad. The trains in this game are clearly still under development, I hope. Like, clearly I hope. Phase bomb. Because, like, I think it's great once they work. Man, because, like, we're just editing a train that has been working perfectly for ages. Although I do like the full load or unload instantly more than Factorio's loading system. This only takes a few bit. I can't interact with this at all while it's doing the load, but no big, because it's just doing its auto job anyway. Do you recall, was it a solid platform at the end? I should have written this down. I changed things just enough. There we go. Okay. Whoa, hi. Back up. Wow, we're really far now out from... Things need to be trucked out pretty damn far to get to this thing, but that's okay. Am I gonna be able to get that out this way? Okay. That's gonna be too close. That's why we connect out that one, I believe. Oh, whoa, that's not close at all. That's not close at all. Yeah, that's better. I'll just put it here, but it doesn't connect to anything. It still fits. No. All right. So now now, this is where it's gonna get fun. That station has to be replaced. That thing. So right now oh hi, don't fall. Right now it is fed like everything. Oh, watch out for the fire. It is fed everything. And as you can see, somebody is not doing their job. So, oh, actually, it's fed everything but from here. Okay, this guy makes, okay. Nice. That's all fed into here. This is a merger. Then we probably want to yeet. Logistics. We do this a lot. We'll turn it maybe this way. Yeah. And then we're just gonna like grab this nonsense and we gotta bring it kind of over this way eventually. It's gotta go into, whoa, way over there. All right, so then we're gonna pass it along the side of this guy. Oh, then never mind. We don't need to have that guy that big. Okay, we don't need to go up. We're gonna go across. Can we do anything along this side thing? No, but what about Bob? Ooh, that looks okay. Connect. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. I don't know what I would have done without jetpacks in this game. Swim, but like they're so fun. Okay, so then wow. Let's see if we can just go from you to you, you to you. Fantastic. Look at that. Okay. Let's see. We want you to be maybe like that tall. Missing steel beam. Wait. Really? Uh-oh. Improvise. You don't want 50 kilometers of belt snaking around? That's pretty close to what we've got. Let's go. We're starting to get just a little bit brash with the amount of belting that we're doing. And then you have to go to the intake. No, click on the... it's so much better if we can do it while we're flying, don't you think? Okay. We don't even know if this works yet. And we really hope that it is fluid, solid when we go home. That's awesome. You are set for load. This is grand. Okay. Next. We need to reverse this belt, to be honest. There isn't a way. I don't think there's a way to reverse the belt. Yeah. But what we need to do is like yeet all of this. Can you? Oh, hi. Can you mass yeet in Factorio? Nice. Does autosave have a chance of throwing you off a cliff? Okay. Beautiful. This is all right. So now... Yeah, we just need all of this fuel to travel down. There we go. You can mass build and mass yeet in Factorio in the late game when you're bigger things. You get a bunch of drones that do everything for you. Oh, that is awesome. Drones, yes. Wait, hold on. Can I... Can we get in there? We had a thing going in there before though, right? No? Maybe not. I need a way for that fuel to be able to follow. I think we're gonna be able to clean up the way a bunch of this goes. For example, there's no point in this oh no, never mind, hold on. No, yeah. There's no point in this going that way because it literally just then follows that belt and out and around. You can also upgrade without, yeah, you can do that in this game too. Like I could upgrade that, but I can't afford it. So that's nice. That is really cool. There are a couple of things you can't do that are sort of like that, but and something I did not know, but any of these machines, I have a thing I can do to power them up, so I can go from 100 spent up to 250. But you can underclock. I did not know that. So that's really cool. If you want, and you're definitely gonna overproduce. So, cause like that's an issue in this. I don't know if that's an issue in Factorio, but for example, this guy right here, he's a 2-for-1. So right, it's gonna take rubber and coke and it's gonna make circuits, but right now the rubber is backed up. So the machine that makes that rubber will get backed up, which means that the machine that feeds that to make the rubber will get backed up, and this continues on. So like, all machinery can be upgraded without losing inventory, crafting experience, or logic connections. Beautiful. Like here, that gives me even the materials, like that one right there gives me the 100 rubber and the 171 petroleum coke, plus the ingredients to make the item. So okay, that's cool. I sort of figured that Factorio would do the same. I kind of feel like we need to just send this stuff straight across. Yeet. Just eat. I'm leaving little Rubbermaid totes everywhere because I have no space. I should probably just hit the all sort. There, we can maybe take some of this. Right? If we hit the all sort, we can now pick things up. I don't know what this one's gonna be, but probably also Rubbermaid totes full of the same things. Oh, whoa, no, that one's full. That one's full. Also, whoa. Can we take? Can we take? Can we take? No, okay. Yeah, these guys are very full. I picked up 0 plastic. Just letting you know. I mean, it happens in place, like you replace the T2 crafter with the T3 crafter and it doesn't skip a beat. Yeah, no, agreed. I don't have the mats for it and everything else is already a Mark IV, but here, I can downgrade this belt. And it keeps going. and then I can come back and I can upgrade it. So that's nice. That's nice. I can't swap a splitter for a merger. That won't happen. Because they're different logical connections, but like they're the same. Oh, hi. That happens when autosave autosave goes off and I'm pressing spacebar and it's like, oh, you want to use all your fuel? To the moon, buddy, to the moon. That's always my favorite. I don't see why you want to downgrade, but you can do the same thing in Factorio. It's just the, as far as I know, there's awesome math to be had in, what is it? Underclocking. Underclocking your goods. Okay, I do not have you. Let's stop using you for mats. Probably good there. I'm using the fact that trains clip through everything to my advantage currently. Hey. Yes. We will take that. Can I just say that's ugly, but I don't care? All right, that's ugly, but I don't care. We'll let that go just for now. We're gonna improve all this. But instead of scaling down production is generally better to increase the speed of your bottlenecks. No, that's 100% true. I'll show you a bit of an example of some of the byproducting that is it. These guys right here. So these guys make my fuel. These guys are the they take crude and they turn it into fuel, but they byproduct this polymer resin, which I have absolutely no need for, but you can use it to make plastic. I actually have a plant way over there that exclusively makes things like plastic, rubber, petroleum coke, stuff like that. So I tried everything to offload this stuff properly to try to make something useful out of it. But eventually what would happen is if I could not offload this, it would stop making fuel and we were done. If you notice, we're at the cap for fuel and we're even clock speeded up. But my crude maker is also clock speeded up and we sit at the top. So everything at like the base and the second level are as fast as they can be and they do not break down. They don't just die. And it's partly because they all literally send that thing to the sink. All of that stuff, all of the, it's not making it now at all because we're full up on fuel, but all of it is sent into the sink because I just, that way I make sure I can't. But if you wanted to, you could downscale the way that any one of these wants to go if you were finding the mitigation part of it. If you're making enough fuel, because like I'm making plenty. I don't need to have these guys even powered up the way they are. But you could like halt production on stuff like that rather than just letting the machines sit there. Plus also the power use. Like what I opted to do was I have a 3750 cap on a 1500 is my max. Do I use 16? Yeah, almost 1700. That's one hell of a buffer. Then you should have faster, more plastic production to pull it out faster than you are making fuel. I don't have a nukes yet, no. What's interesting is that we're after the bauxite that's at the top of that cliff that we just brought in today. That we still haven't been able to make use of. But we have that in order to get the hazmat suit, in order to get the nuke. But I can already get to nuke. Well, I just can't stand anywhere near it. I can't get close to it. I can't actually do anything with it. But that little frickin' awesome network that comes all the way down here is going to be great. Because it's also going to have to merge with all of this nonsense. Okay, so that... Did we manage to get No, the fuel still needs to come over. Okay. Start going up a little bit. Yep. Maybe? Oh no, that goes into that guy, never mind. I wanted to go into there. Shoot. I need to drop a merger onto you? Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, don't go in there, just here. Yeah. Yeah, this should work out. And now, all the fuel, which goes to the sink, but at least I'll have it. If you ever look into that world I sent you, the power production is extra fuck, but it works. That's amazing. I do believe I'll be starting some Factorio soon. I definitely want to pick that game up and enjoy it properly. Oh no, that's not a, okay, that's a splitter. Never mind. I could have had this going in a different way, maybe. Anyway. But yeah, I definitely want to check stuff like that out. One circuitry managed to make it through. The rest is all fuel. Okay, so what does this look like? On this end, we have fuel. We have fuel. We have miscellaneous. Let's drop that in. What's some of the other gear that moves? The plastic can go. The rubber can go. The coke. I think that's it. And then we got to get the bauxite over here as well. That'll be interesting. We need another merger. Yeah, let's merge. Like, yeah, right there. Yeah, I look forward to seeing the what it takes to be a broken world for you. The game is all yours to play now when you get the time. Indeed, and thank you again for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna really like it. Can't afford. My belt is too long. All right, we're not bringing the bauxite in today. We don't have any mats. We have absolutely all the fuel. All right, so let's. I hope it's fluid solid when we get home. And I think trains clip through everything, so let's go see what we can do. This doesn't look stupid, but that's fine. Small warning, you can take some blueprints off of that world that I sent you, but not recommended. That is the drunk world. Yeah. Yeah. I will probably resonate very well with your drunk world. Okay. Now, if I wanted to, I could deviate this train and go pick up things like quartz, which is way up here. I could have another truck or train do the quartz run for me. Trucks with the fuel they need is a bit annoying because this is perfect. It's taking 25 megawatts of power, and I'm traveling at 150 clicks. Why not have more trains on the same line going different places? As you've seen, trains are fun. I do believe I'll eventually have some goodness like that. So please go the right way. Hey, that's not bad. All right, backing up. A little further forward, I think. There. Brake. Actual brake. Actual dock. And so was I right though? Are we are fluid, solid? I love the way this worked out. Now, if we come on in, next stop and next stop, okay. Autopilot on. All right. So what I eventually want to do, I wouldn't mind having like 7, 8, 9 trains. Apparently there's not much in the way of a limit. Also, 2 trains clip through each other. So you can actually have 2 trains doing this exact run, like another one looks just like this, just going. And then you can also merge the way that they go. I think at this point, the only reason they do that, Walrus, is the early access. To give you an idea, when you're in your truck or your tractor, most enemies do not pay attention to you. So they don't. And if you hit them, even the giant testicle monster, they ragdoll all over the place. There's no damage done. I've actually dragged a mob like to a different biome and he got up and walked away. They take no damage, but I also take no damage if I get clipped by my own vehicle when... So I think probably when the game reaches alpha, they'll add in trains will smash into each other because trucks smash into each other. They'll add in damage if you get hit by your own truck because you should know where your auto trucks go. You can turn on nodes so you can see how where your truck is going. You can edit the nodes and stuff like that. So like it's not too bad. It's a good system. All right, so let's see. Do we go the right way? We do. Yeah. Okay. So. Wow. All kinds of. Now, it's going to move the fluid one over fully because it's empty. The other one just gets a top up. And then the one at the back gets a full. So if this train was blank, none of these are fluid cars. None of these are solid cars. They're both. It's when they pick up the load that it matters. But the load, the pickup and drop off has to match. So there's actually empty terminals. You can make empty terminals, and those empty terminals are if, say for example, I wanted to drop off the second fluid barrel somewhere, I could build train station, empty, fluid station, and then it wouldn't empty the first or the third car. So I strongly feel like that this game is in a good direction. Look at me just sitting in there. Oh, I thought we could see me. It's just that it's dirty. Oh, I was just like hanging out in there. Oh, I wish I could just see me piloting this thing. But yeah, so I strongly feel like that this game is going in great places. They just need to work on the actual logic of it, and then they'll probably bring in collision. They'll bring in actual damage. You'll be able to run over mobs. Just wait until you get to play with a fully functional train system. Oh, well, and like, especially since Factorio is very well developed, and it's been out of early access for a while, right? But it spent a good amount of time in early access. It was an early game for a while. So I want to see, do we pull into the station correctly? This is well done. Alright, so now we pull into hometown. And we pick up all the goods, and we drop off all the goods. And we're gonna stay here, because we're gonna end stream soon. But we're paying attention to what happens to this one. Oh, ha, giant nothing, because I don't have anything connected to it. No, wait. No, yeah, we do. Okay, it's at the bottom. I didn't see it for a sec there. All right. So there it goes. Emptying out. Nice. Let's smash a couple of these berries. And then... I think I ate too many of those. I wasn't paying any attention. And then, yeah, boy. And then does my Coke go that way? And then the Coke goes that way. And oh, perfect. What does the serious amount of fuel end up looking like, though? Some of that should come near. I think. What do we have you configured as? Yeah, fuel goes out the sides. Oh, this is great. Oh, Twitch Prime is... Is it doing the thing where you're able to sub, but it doesn't give you any opportunity for, like, an alert? Oi. Also, that blue flag looks pretty cool. I'm gonna mouse over for a sec. Yeah, that sheer 100 looks fantastic. I love those little flags. Twitch Prime is definitely, well, Twitch in general, they have a tendency to lose rando functionality. Okay. And then that's the fuel. And then most of it is going into the sink. Beautiful. Will the plastic make it? Oh, here we go. No more that my sub expired and it's still saying, hey dumbass, you're already using your I always thought that there should be a way to like chain it. Okay, so plastic should go every other. Yes. Rubber is already backed up on the line, so it will go every. I want to make sure the logic is still working on all this nonsense. We didn't touch any of this stuff, but just to be sure. Is there new things coming? Oh, BAUXITE is coming, but we don't have it yet. Okay, yeah, BAUXITE is gonna... We're gonna put a smart splitter down here that says that if it's BAUXITE, it sends it over to this place. Right now, BAUXITE just goes in. No, that's silica? Yeah, BAUXITE goes into here. I don't have any. Okay, good stuff. Oh, all of this for aluminum. Oh! 16 months. Walrus. What? Buddy, welcome into the fold. I cannot believe that you still support this nonsense. You are amazing, and thank you immensely. I'm gonna fall. Dude. Yeah, that PogChamp looks great. Hey, actually, I could get Wedge to be using subscriber emotes during those. I mean, we make sure of it, right? Oh, it takes so long for it to yeet. This is already back. This is already back. We have too many things. Hold on. Oh, okay. It only showed up with 6. Okay, good. Whew, too many things. You only stick around for the good ones? Is that me? Dude, thank you so much. Hey, and like I'm keeping you too. I'm keeping you too. So this is good partnership. Oh shoot, he's gonna put a box on my head. We're gonna move. I love those emotes, all of them. Hey, and see, we didn't spend enough a lot of time on the dropping emotes in chat today, but they're at a proper 112 pix, which means that they're probably gonna be super laggy. And then they last, I think, 10 seconds, 9 seconds, something like that. You gotta have the hype. We have badass emotes in this place. And then all of those circuits are going off to machines. Okay, well, the train works again. The train works again. I think that we're doing okay here. Oh, I guess I should probably do a save thing. So much production today. I can't believe we managed to get BAUXITE home. Mostly home. It's waiting at the end of an impossibly long conveyor belt. I'm happy. I'm ridiculously happy. Good night. Good night. This is pretty cool. Hopefully Valheim tomorrow? I don't really know. Sub emotes should work for Wedge now. You can redo my alert to test. Oh, hey. Wait, hold on. Oh, does he? Oh, that's just the alert. It doesn't do the chat version of it. He doesn't stick it, or he doesn't do it for the repeat there. He doesn't put it in the chat. Well, we'll have to send that through at some point. Well, thank you very much for the edit on that. Jeez. It's cool having you as well as a content editor for it. Honestly, feel free to add commands, do stupid crap. I threw some Hyper the Freak in there. Well, that's awesome. And thank you. Thank you. There's a chat that I hang out in, and the guy, like, I don't even know how many commands the guy has. It's gotta be like 50, 60, 70 commands that you can just run all day, and I'm like, I do not have time to come up with these things. This is fantastic. But I wonder if he's got community folk that make them. Like, he's probably allowed a lot of his mods the same kind of creativity you've got here in Kai. Does anybody else let you have that kind of access? Because that's awesome. I think it's wicked to have trusty people that you could just be like, have some credentials, screw around with the chat. But willing and able, you are amazing. It's well done. So, if you get ideas or want some kind of commands, just eat them at you. Yeah, like if we should use our mod chat for that as well. If we get some like middle of the night ideas and stuff, you know, or if I'm lurking over on somebody else's channel and they've got a bad arse idea that we think we might be able to make work for us. Oh, wow. Couple of weird folk on tonight. This is all right. This isn't too bad. You do that kind of stuff for 7-8 channels now? Awesome. That is totally worth, buddy. That is totally worth. That is so cool. Yeah. I think I wish I knew about Twitch stuff way back. Like way back. I think I could have been a good moderator back in the day. If I'd started my Twitch adventure early. I worked with some people that knew Twitch a little bit better than I did. So they were able to participate in chat while at work. And I just couldn't do that, not in the same way. I lurked, but I didn't even have volume up. It was too much of a distraction for me. Because I really like Twitch. But I think that if I'd picked up on this like 3-4 years earlier, I might not be too bad with it. But like, so far, I actually think, so you're mediocre at best is not, that's like one heck of an understatement, because I think what you bring to the table is consistency. I don't think that you go overboard. I think that you bring like, I don't know, I think that you bring a good show. You know, I think that if you were trying to do stuff like constantly, you'd have like wins and losses all over, but I think you slap. I think it's good stuff, man. I think you bring awesome. You bring flippers and knives. Really, we don't need much else. We do need some ice cold Koopa. Tomorrow night, hopefully some Valheim, maybe some more Satisfactory. Who the frack knows? Let's have some fun. Let's bring some hype over to Koopa. He is falling like a guy. Awesome. Well, we'll chat in Discord. Peace. See y'all.